First celebrated in 1986, Martin Luther King Day is a federal holiday to honor the late civil rights icon. 30 years later, Blackout for Human Rights hosts MLK Now at Harlem's Riverside Church, the very venue where Dr. Martin Luther King gave his iconic speech, Beyond Vietnam, a time to break silence, just 1 year before he was assassinated.
Thank you, God bless you.
MLK Now explores Dr. King's messages of equality and racial justice with performances by Harry Belafonte, Chris Rock, Octavia Spencer, Michael B. Jordan, and India.Arie, among others.
The reason why I wanted to be here is not just to hear the performances and to see these actors, read these important words from our history, but to get the reminder to revisit those texts. To, when we go home, to, say, hey, maybe I should look up that Angela Davis speech. Maybe I should look up Fred Hampton's words, and not just simply honor it in one day, but carry the work forward.
J. Cole and Ryan Coogler were just having a discussion on stage, and they came to something that I thought was really kind of profound. They said that, as opposed to us focusing so much of our energy outward onto the system and onto what needs to change, we maybe need to spend a little bit more time focusing on ourselves and what we can do to heal our own sort of wounds and scars.
When you were on stage, I noticed that you held a sign that said, "I am one bullet away from being the next hashtag." Tell me about that.
That content maybe hit the web a little over a year ago. This was right before Eric Gardner, right before Ferguson. But what happens is my brother was shot and killed, another teacher. And it had become so apparent to me that the dangers that exist from adversary, friend or foe, police or brother, made me so aware that truth is we're all one bullet away from being a hashtag.
So as a director, you put Black people, people of color, in the center of your stories. So why do you feel that it's so important to face inequalities in terms of representation in film?
Trying to tell stories with characters as I know them. You know what I mean? The truth that, there's a truth that's in fiction about minorities, is that you don't see them that much. When you see them, they kind of, it's a lot of tokenism or characters that kind of, they're to service a story, is not really to be real characters, Unfortunately, you see a lot of that. So for me, I want to make movies about subject matter that's close to my heart. That means I'm taking inspiration from situations that I'm close to. I'm taking inspirations from people that I know. And I know a lot of people of color, and they are real people. They were around it, they're real-rounded people. So, if I'm true to myself, then that stuff will, come through in my work, I would say.